What's up, Gibsonites? Welcome to the Health Talk with Mr. Gibson, and today we have a very special guest. He's a physiotherapist, a former bodybuilder, and the father of 2 children, and also he's the founder of Be Your Own Doctor, a community which has helped a lot of lives worldwide and which has also cured a lot of diseases. Please join with me in welcoming Mr. Jerold Abraham to this special interview. So, Mr. Jerold Abraham, welcome to the interview. You are our first special guest. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm glad to be part of your interview.
Thank you. So, you were a former bodybuilder and you're also a physiotherapist by profession. But what made you create this community called Be Your Own Doctor and start in a completely different profession?
Sometimes few things in our life would completely change your life. In the year 2012, my mother was diagnosed with cancer and she has been suffering from it for quite a long time. But she, being a very sentimental mom, she decided to hide it from us. And the day she could no longer hide her problems, that's when we came to know that it was already in terminal stage. And she was no longer able to hide. And the day she was taken to the doctor, and the doctor told her she would live for the next 2 months only.
Oh, that's sad.
And the message was conveyed to me, and being my mom, I wanted at least an extension in her life. So I went around asking doctors after doctors, and all of them said the same thing, that she's going to live for just 2 months because she was having something called as a fungated breast wound. A breast tumor which turned out to be a fungated breast wound. The entire breast looked like a red cauliflower-like mass, and the dead tissues keep oozing out and full of fungus, you can imagine. And she was suffering from excruciating pain. And one could easily understand that a patient who suffers from a problem like this is definitely at their terminal stage. At this point, when I was asking doctors after doctors and I kept on hearing the same old thing from all the doctors, I was just looking for some solution. And that's when a friend of mine from the UK told me that there's many other things that I want you to look into. And this may be promising, and this may turn things around. This may give some solution for your mom. And I wanted to know what exactly it is. It's a lifestyle change. One of my starting points is a movie called Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives. It's a superb documentary which I recommend all of my patients to watch. And as it was a starting point, I strongly believe it would be for many others also. But then it changed my life altogether. And everything that I learned from that documentary, I immediately started researching. In a couple of months' time, I would say I at least completed 5 to 10 books so fast. I was so convinced that there is some promising solution for my mother. And whatever I learned from all of these things that I researched, I immediately implemented for my mom. And you would not believe, and after implementing, in just matter of 3 to 4 months time, the fungated breast wound, which the doctor said would never ever heal, completely healed, leaving not even a small mark in her body.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing.
So I began to rethink the education system I'm part of, all the education, all the knowledge that I gained from the modern medicine. I began to rethink the whole thing. But then at the same moment, I was into aggressive bodybuilding.
I've in fact seen your pictures in Facebook when you were into proper bodybuilding. You had all these muscles. That was amazing.
Yes. So I was into some aggressive bodybuilding. At that time, what I used to do is I start my day with 15 eggs. And I eat as much of chicken possible. And I used to drink at least a liter of milk. Believing that my body intense need of protein. And
it looked good from the outside. It really looked good. Like he had a proper physique for a proper bodybuilder, and it was amazing.
I was way huge, almost double the size of what I am.
Okay.
Probably I can share some of my pictures with you. You can show it to your
I've
viewers.
seen personally, yes.
To people who were looking at me, I was an ultimate tough guy with huge muscles. Once they look at me, they say, oh, he must be really a healthy guy. But no one was aware what was going inside my body. I wasn't sharing this with anyone, but nowadays, every time I appear on stage, I happen to address a crowd, sharing health message. I never fail to share this important thing. I was suffering from chronic shoulder pain for about 2 years. And I was also having a chest pain on the right side, though it was not related to my heart, from my rib that is connected to the cartilage over here. And it was all the result of some intense exercise. But any normal human body should be able to heal an injury in about 4 to 8 weeks time maximum. But then because of the poor diet that I was into, my body wasn't having that ability to heal what was caused. So because of these two important factors, I've been suffering for 2 years. A physiotherapist should be able to heal the shoulder, but I was not able to do that. But then when I came across Forks Over Knives and happened to come across a lot of books which gave me adequate information about diet and lifestyle change, which would not only prevent but to an extent reverse most of the problems. And I told my mom about it, and she said, no, this is not possible. Changing diet is almost impossible. But then I told her, as I was convinced, I told her, now mom, if you're not following, I'm going to change my diet. Looking at me, you're going to change your diet as well. And she said, no, you don't have to. But then finally she agreed as I changed my diet. So you can imagine, from being a protein fanatic, just taking bath on protein from morning till evening, and then switching over to a diet which was totally plant-based. Okay, and it wasn't so easy. But then as I followed it for my mom, and she agreed to do that as well.
So you set an example for your mom.
Yes. Now she had no other go than to follow it. And what happened in my case was, in about just 10 days time, I got rid of my shoulder pain. And I got rid of my chest pain. And in my mom's case, in about 3 months time, she completely healed her breast wound, fungated breast wound. But then there was one problem in this whole case. The disease was already in its terminal stage. Though I was trying to do everything possible to get her out of this problem, the disease was having its fast running course. And on the other hand, I was trying to keep in pace with the fast running course of the disease, where I think I was not able to keep in pace. So I had to lose my mom, but she lived for 2 long years in the place of just 2 months what the doctors said she would live. But she passed away, and I got rid of my shoulder pain. So what I decided on that day is, I'm not going to let all of these things that I learned out of this experience to die along with my mom, but I'm just going to help other people who are suffering. So I decided to form a community called Be Your Own Doctor. So what I do in this community is, I educate people. I believe in educating people. Each of them suffer from many different conditions. I call these people, I educate them about the problem that they go through, I educate them about what a real lifestyle is and what would be the outcome of the lifestyle. Hence, I named this group Be Your Own Doctor. We take responsibilities for everything that we do in our life. We are responsible for the assets that we buy. We are responsible for the education. Everything that you buy, you personally go to the shop and buy. But then, when it comes to health, that's the only thing in our life where we are totally passive. We have handed over our health to the doctors. We have handed over our health to the hospitals. And they do whatever they want, and we hardly understand what is going on in our body,
Yeah.
what is the side effects, what are the complications of a treatment or a medical procedure that we go through. None of us have an idea.
Yes.
So we have completely surrendered our health in the hands of the doctors. Instead, we all should take responsibility for our health. Then what you can expect is 90% of all the diseases that we suffer can be just kept away, and we all could be healthy. And we all run after money and we forget about our health. So be your own doctor is all about educating people about healthy living.
So listening to that, be your own doctor, you've cured a lot of diseases like you told. And if you see right now, worldwide, the major killers, the major killing diseases which kill a lot of people just like that are heart disease and cancer.
Exactly.
So what is your thoughts on how cancer or these heavy killers which are killing a lot of people are caused?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Yes.
Well, let us understand some of the basics. Are you aware that animals really don't suffer from heart disease and cancer?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
They probably may be suffering from some form of tumors, cancers.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard about it. But the truth of the matter is, these animals really don't suffer from the deadliest form of cancer that is killing mankind.
Wow.
Like the breast cancer, prostate cancer, brain cancer, lung cancer, ovarian cancer. These are not at all seen among animals. Same way, you must have had some pet animals at home. Have you ever seen suddenly a dog collapsing, a cat collapsing and dying on the ground out of heart attack?
No.
The truth is, they
It's
don't
a
suffer
gradual
from...
process. They just have symptoms and they die. Yeah.
Yes. They die of aging.
Yes.
Of some natural cause.
Yeah.
Okay. But heart attack, heart disease are diseases specifically...
It just comes like that and boom.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Something that happens only for humans.
Yes.
Okay. And that's why we call it lifestyle diseases. These two are lifestyle diseases. Okay. When it is said lifestyle, then you get it out of the poor lifestyle that you lead.
Yeah.
And you see, animals do not have the choice of walking into McDonald's and KFC and ordering a double cheeseburger, chicken
kids
breast.
These days, you see them, they don't like normal food like rice or beans or something like that. They only prefer McDonald's, KFC, all that, and it's tasty. And even I like it because it's tasty. So we all prefer that. So of course, animals don't walk into that, like you said.
Exactly. Now, the problem is we are all eating something in the name of food, something that looks like a food, but that is not a food at all. This is where the problem is. The most important cause of cancer and heart disease is related to the food we eat. I'm sure there are so many other factors like
genetics.
Yeah, the exercise.
Yeah.
Well, genetics, that's totally a different topic. We all believe genetics, hereditary is one of the primary cause of cancer. If your parent is diagnosed, they suffered from
so
cancer.
It passes.
We believe that we also would get it someday in our life, but which is not true.
Okay.
There's a new study called Epigenetics, which is disproved the whole thing. It says diseases are not just caused by genes. We do get the genes from our parents, both the good and bad genes, but getting the genes from your parents does not mean you are going to suffer the same disease.
Okay.
Dr. T. Colin Campbell says in his book, you can literally turn on and turn off these genes just by choosing the lifestyle.
So it's like a switch.
Yes.
Just turn it on.
Exactly. Exactly. So what I would like to say is, if you really want to know the cause of these deadliest killers, cancer and heart disease, is none other than lifestyle. And the one that comes first in the list of lifestyle is the food habits. Poor food choices lead to all of these problems. If we all could change our food habits and if we all could prioritize a lifestyle as the most important thing, and then everything was just going to fall in place, and we could reduce all of these diseases by a greater percentage.
So the preventive measure is to live a good lifestyle.
Exactly.
Is that the only thing, or is there something else attached to it?
Prevention, just by following a good lifestyle. Yes, everything just falls into that.
So what if someone out there didn't know actually how this came and how I didn't prevent it, I just forgot everything. They have it right now. They are like your mom. What is the cure for them? Is there a hope after all they've got? Is there a hope in their lives? No matter after what doctor said, maybe 2 months or 1 month, is there still hope for them to live longer and to experience this life they have?
Yeah.
What is the cure?
Over time, what I've understood after dealing with several patients is that when you're diagnosed with this problem, and let's say your problem has reached a point that it is in its terminal stage or in its worst stage, you are in need of a treatment that needs to fix some of the symptoms that you're facing. Like, for example, you have a brain tumor and it's just compressing your skull. And now if you would ask me, can I just learn the right lifestyle and change my lifestyle, and is my tumor going to come down? You may not be having sufficient time for that. So at this point, surgery may become a need, and you get the surgery done, and then probably you stick on to a good lifestyle, and that makes sense. Now, if you're in a better position, you are just diagnosed with a disease, and you have much time, then you can definitely jump into all these things just by changing your lifestyle, and you can avoid going for some of these medical procedures and medications that you'll be taking. And just by changing your lifestyle, you can actually reverse most of the diseases. Cancer can reverse. Heart disease can reverse. These are not just my own words. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, who has been a cardiovascular surgeon, is now treating his patients just by teaching them what a good lifestyle is and what a good diet is. And just by feeding them with good food, he gets all of the heart diseases reversed. And there are so many other doctors who are also dealing with cancer patients. Maybe for your viewers, you can recommend watching a video of Ruth, who was a terminally ill cancer patient and who now takes part in regular triathlons. It's a must-watch interview, and she has got a lot of videos where she did not go for even supplements. She just went for lifestyle change, and this has brought in the complete change in her life. It has helped her reverse the disease, and now she is just a normal person like anyone else.
Like you said, that if we were able to diagnose the disease at the first part, then we can go on with a good lifestyle. But then when it comes to a major case and you have to treat it, but then after treatment, the doctor will prescribe you some medicines which you have to take. So will the lifestyle change and the medicines which doctors suggest us, will there be a conflict?
Well, this is where we have to carefully choose. I'm not completely against allopathy, modern medicine, and I'm not proposing alternative healing for everything. Allopathy is always the best when it comes to an emergency need. And like I said, if the patient is suffering from intense pain, then you may need some medications from them. And hand in hand, you may try all of these lifestyle changes. And once you're in a better position, your pain has subsided, and instead of getting addicted to those medications, instead of believing those medications are the standalone cure, you have to make it a point. You have to understand the fact that lifestyle change is the one that is required. So when it is lifestyle change, what we are doing is we are addressing the very cause of the problem. From the very root of it, we are just going to uproot it. Uproot the problem. We are not just dealing with the symptoms of the problem. And medications always deal with the symptoms of the problem.
Yes.
If you suffer from cancer and you may be having pain because of the tumor, and all the medications, all the procedures that you go through may help to suppress the pain, may even remove the tumor. But what actually caused the tumor is the system has completely changed because the internal environment has gone in favor of these cancer cells to grow. And this is where the problem is. And if we would ignore all of those things and we just treat those tumors, and it's going to come back again.
And what you're trying to say is that lifestyle is everything.
Exactly. Lifestyle is everything.
Yes.
If anyone is ignoring this fact, lifestyle, no, I have medications, I have my very good doctor who can heal me out of any problem, they are dead wrong.
That's why, viewers, you have to be your own doctor. We are responsible for our body, what we take in. Just like our brother has said, we are responsible for our body. Thank you, Mr. Jerold, for being in the Gibsonite along with Be Your Own Doctor. Thank you for being here.
It was a pleasant experience for me where I could share some of my knowledge with you and for your viewers also. And I'm hoping to get along with you and have many more interviews.
We hope you can come talks after talks and you can like share informative information like this. We never knew this, that lifestyle, it plays an important role. We thought we can eat whatever we want, and then when something happens, we just take a pill and it's cured. Today we learned it's not like that. Our lifestyle is what matters. So Gibsonites out there, let us try to change our lifestyle and live a healthy lifestyle so that we can experience life to the fullest. So I hope this was very informative, and until I see you next time, Gibsonites, take care.